Now that we are convinced that analytics is must for the business today. Earlier, there used to be another things like MIS and then business intelligence, and then now there is business analytics, data science, etc., etc., things which have become necessary ingredient in business operations. Having convinced that analytics is the essential ingredient, we will have to think of building the analytical capability for an organization, and it is the part of a managerial job, right? You just think that if Reliance, Jio, Swiggy, or HDFC stopped using analytics tomorrow, would they still run as efficiently as they are running today? Why or why not? The analytics doesn't just happen. Companies must build capability to use it effectively. Suppose I think that I have to use analytics for doing the business, various operations of the business, various activities in the business are to be done by using analytics. Just by saying it won't happen. Companies must build the capability to use analytics effectively. How that is to be done, right? What is analytics capability? The organization's ability to use data, technology, and skills to create business value. Not just buying the software, it is about building the ecosystem. Just by many companies purchase the software, which the software sellers sell to the company, saying that it will do all the analytics for your company, but it doesn't work because the people, personals inside the company has to know what kind of analytics they will be needing and what is the meaning of the analytics they will be doing. Okay, so just not just buying the software, it is about building an ecosystem. For example, two firms with the same tools, one succeeds and another fails. Difference is because of capability. Okay, more the organization personals or employees have the capacity to do the analytics, more they will be successful, right? There are four pillars called as PPTC for building the analytics capability in the organization, right? One important ingredient, first P stands for people. Those people include data scientists, business analysts, domain expert, managers, mm, right? There is a skill gap in India. MBA must bridge the gap between business and analytics, right? It is data analytics on one hand and business on another hand. Okay, so the people inside the organization has to build the gap between analytics and business. Another P stands for processes, embedding in workflow. There are various activities to be performed in the business, right? So this analytics capability has to be embedded in the workflow. Like if some function is marketing, so marketing analytics has to be there. You have to embed analytics with HR, making it HR analytics, likewise financial analytics, operations analytics, etc. Everything can be coupled with analytics, making the individual analytics for each of the activity. Okay, HR using the analytics for attrition prediction, how many employees will leave the company. Okay, what is going to be the attrition rate in future, might be next 6 months, next year or so that HR department can plan for the human power, right? This can be done once they know that this is going to be the gap in the HR, that is human resource. They can hire the persons for the organization. Then the third is technology. Third pillar is technology. First two we have seen PP, people, process. Third one is technology. The tools, cloud platform, artificial intelligence, machine learning. This is the technology which is required for business analytics, right? There are simple algorithms, simple things which we were using in the past, like data analytics, prescriptive and descriptive analytics tools as such. Okay, and for predictive and prescriptive analytics, you need AI ML, right? The example, Reliance Jio's analytics system, they go on collecting the data and all their plans are depending on the analytics done by various tools, right? Then last pillar is culture. You may have people, you may have processes, you may have technology, but if the culture is absent, then all these three things will not work for building the analytics capability, right? Culture, for encouraging decision based on data. Okay, no one in the organization should take any decision just based on intuition, gut feeling, or some tools which are more of subjective nature, right? So personals in the organization has to be encouraged for taking the decision based on data, not just hierarchy. Somebody said, and that's why somebody else is following that decision. That should not happen. He also should take participate in the decision making process, data driven decision making process. Amazon's culture is in God we trust. Mm, all others bring data, right? And so the things will work, but it will work only if the data is analyzed properly. Decisions are taken based on the data, right? Now let us see the case of Reliance Jio. Jio use advanced analytics to track user behavior, their data consumption, and churn risk, right? So what they did, they provided personalized offer based on customer pattern. Okay, and where from this customer pattern of using various things on their mobile, that is in what pattern they use, um, they use mobile, in what pattern they consume data, etc. Right? So depending upon all this information, Geo is capable of providing the personalized offer based on customer patterns. Okay, analytics is the fuel for pricing strategy and customer retention. Okay, just offhand, you cannot decide that this pricing strategy I'm going to keep for this period of time, and for retaining the customers, I will be providing some discounts or so. All this has to happen based on the data, that is the pattern of various customers is known. So depending upon his pattern of using various things which are sold to him, he can be provided with different pricing strategies, different discounts, promotions, etc., etc., so that the customers get retained. And the capability is alignment of the people, process, technology, and culture. We have seen all these four things. Okay, so all these four pillars are to be properly aligned. Okay, and once they are aligned, you have the people who are encouraged to work with data, take decisions with data. You have processes, you have technology, you have built a culture. Then only you can say that you have the capability to use analytics, right? Why firms fail in building the capability? Many times we see that there is over investing in technology and under investing in people. As we have seen, that there are four pillars, and all these pillars have to work hand in hand, right, in coordination with each other. Suppose say you invest in technology because you believe that technology is something because of which you will be claiming that you have the data analytics capability just by purchasing some software, high cost software, but there are no people to work on the technology. Okay, in that case there is going to be failure in building the capability. Okay, many managers, there is a resistance to change from the managers themselves resist for the change. They believe that whatever is going on fine. They have taken a lot of efforts in doing whatever they are doing. Okay, their plans they have developed for managing the different activities and operations, and suddenly because of so this change like analytics, they feel that there has to be certain change in their plan. Okay, there is a resistance to the change from some of the managers, and that is also the reason for failure. The managers sometimes are not committed to incorporate the change into their organization, change involving the data analytics capability, right? Siloed data, lack of integration. The siloed data means data stored in a confined boundary. Okay, like there is a whale and there are frogs in the whale. Okay, and their world is the whale only. Whatever there is inside the whale, they know and they act as per that only. Okay, so if your data is just limited to one silo, or that matter say your data is limited to production facility, or your data is related to just procurement, and there is no integration amongst the data. Okay, procurement data is different, customers' data is different and production data is stored somewhere else, and there is no integration, then there will be the companies will fail miserably in building the capability. Okay, for getting the proper integration in the data at different sources, there has to be proper leadership support so that the integration, the consistent follow up for the integration is very much required. Okay, then the example, retail firms that bought dashboards but no one used them. Very simple, right? They have got the dashboard but no one is seeing. Then there is no point in purchasing the dashboard facility, and that is the reason for the failure of building, firms failing in building the capability, right? Analytics capability is a strategic asset, not just IT investment, right? Because when it will work only when it is used strategically, not just as an investment from because of IT's directions. IT want that the company should have data analytics software, and that's why if it is purchased and there is no strategy in building the analytic capability, it doesn't, it will not work. Manager must ask, do we have the right people, process, technology, and culture? By asking this question, all these things will be directed for enhancing the analytics capability. Okay, as we have seen earlier, there are four pillars of leading to building the analytics capability are people, processes, technology, and culture. Okay, so managers must ask that kind of question. Without this foundation, analytics remain underutilized. Right? Now, all throughout this short lecture, we have tried to emphasize that for building the capability, four things are very essential. Proper people who have the quality and the fundamentals to use the analytics capability. Processes, all the processes must be integrated to have build to have analytics capability, and they should be integrated with each other, right? Then we have seen technology. Okay, we have seen the culture. All these are important. Okay, now why do some firms fail in analytics adoption despite of heavy investment? Okay, again I'm asking you to form the small groups. Each group pick up one pillar. One group will be taking the pillar of people, another process, third one technology, and fourth one culture. Had this been done in the classroom, you would have never forgotten that these are the four pillars for building the capability: people, process, technology, and culture. Okay, here the challenges, group present 2 3 points each. Okay, this you may do yourself. Which pillar of the analytics capability is most important for Indian companies today? People, processes, technology, culture. Discuss the difference. Okay. As I am leaving to you, you may compose your own answer. Okay, and defend your answer. Somebody else may have his own answer, but simultaneously he will have his own defense. Okay, someone may say people and argue why people is most important in building important pillar of analytics capability. Someone may say process, someone may claim technology, someone may claim culture. Okay, so this again I leave to you. Okay, so there we finish the fourth chapter, and we are now ready in probably after some time roadmap for building the analytics capability, right? So let us stop here.